everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Tuesday Mahoney, your HBCU educator. And so we had a wonderful, wonderful time tonight live at Black Girl Magic Museum on IG with our series, Girls with Crowns. Yes, you know how we do, Girls with Crowns. We're in our 5th episode, and we're so excited to introduce to you St. Augustine University in Raleigh, North Carolina. We have Miss McKenzie Estep joining us tonight. And so I want you to take a look at this awesome experience that we've had with Queen McKenzie as we take it to the next level. We do this for HBCUs, for the history, the academics, and of course, we do it for the culture. Check us out.
One sec. Hi, Dr. Tuesday. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dominque?
I am good. You're looking beautiful as always. Listen, guys, if you had a professor, teacher, anybody at an HBCU that looks this gorgeous, this would force you to want to go and be a part of HBCU. I know I would be lined up, be like, I'm ready to take those classes. And then you got your AKA.
It's all about education for us. Yes, AKA educator. It's all about the education, Dominique. That's what it's all about.
It is, but it's also good to see somebody that looked like us. It's beautiful. Oh my God, look at this beauty right here. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
It's our queen.
Yes, McKenzie. That's right, how to pronounce it, right?
It is. It is.
It's Queen McKenzie.
It is Queen McKenzie. How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
That is awesome. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us. I got to tell you a little bit. So my maiden name is McKenzie. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, we're kindred spirits. I felt so happy and excited to be able to interview with you. So yes, absolutely. So Dr. Tuesday, you know how to reel us in. I'm going to let you get started.
Oh, yes. You were just talking about consistency. And of course, we're in our 5th week of none other than Girls with Crowns. And we're so excited. And, we got to put our crowns up, Dominique.
Yes,
we have to do that.
Yeah.
We are excited to just share. Yes, just share with the culture our HBCU or historically Black college queens. And I myself, Dr. Tuesday Mahoney, I am a HBCU educator, and I'm excited about meeting these amazing queens and getting to know all of our phenomenal HBCU campuses, the history, the academics, and the culture. And of course, we have none other than Dominique Hamilton, who is the founder of Everything Magic, Black Girl Magic, that is with us tonight. Yes. Yay. And so we're getting started with a beautiful queen here. How are you once again, Queen?
Thank you for checking in. I'm doing well. How are you both?
We're excited. Yes, I've been excited to be able to interview with you all week. I've been super excited. So yes.
Yeah.
Let's do a formal introduction. Hail to Queen McKenzie Estep, if I'm saying that right. Is that right?
E. Yeah, so the E will say its name in a way. So E and then step. Yes, ma'am.
Estep. Okay, that's yes. Queen McKenzie Estep. Yes. And she's represented a phenomenal HBCU in the Carolinas, North Carolina, that is. Raleigh, North Carolina. I have some roots in Carolinas, so I'm excited about that. And our university that we're representing is none other than St. Augustine University. And so we have Miss St. Augustine in the house tonight. Everybody give her a round of applause. We're so excited to be back on the East Coast. Check out our episodes that were prior. We hit Midwest, we hit the South, and we're back on the East Coast in North Carolina. The Carolinas, we're so excited about it tonight. And so we're going to jump right in and get to know this beautiful queen in the beautiful campus of St. Augustine's University, once again in Raleigh, North Carolina. Yes, let's get started. Queen, tell us about yourself.
We can't hear you.
Yes, and I'm sorry, I'm experiencing a little
That was
Yes,
my
we can't hear you.
So as
Oh,
you
there
were
we go.
talking,
Okay.
I put you on mute so that everybody would be able to hear you with no interference. I actually am just saying that I'm thankful to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. This is something that I myself has been just looking forward to, because just getting into anything with queenship, you know, it's just wonderful to expose my university and all the great things they are about. So thank you so much again for the opportunity. And so just to tell a little bit about
Wonderful.
myself. Thank you. I am 22 years old. I'm a senior and political science major. I actually am from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, but I'm from actually Cincinnati, Ohio, where I was born, but I was raised in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. So that's why I'm here in the Carolinas, and I ended up in the capital, in the heart, and actually attend St. Augustine's University. And you said that you wanted to ask a little bit about the university itself, so I'll just allow
Yes, so we're
you.
going to dive right into it. So can you pronounce the university again so everyone can hear? You pronounce it a little bit different from our Southern slang. So I want everyone to
Yes.
hear that. And we're really excited about finding out about more about your amazing HBCU. So we're diving right into this thing because this is a new HBCU to me, and I want to know everything
I'm so
about it.
excited. That's amazing. So St. Augustine's University is St. Augustine's. So we usually, I believe there people
St.
do
Augustine.
often say St. Aug in short, but St. Augustine's, excuse me one moment, my air conditioning wanted to turn on and I do not want it to
Okay, and
interfere
that's
with anything.
Okay, no problem. That's St. Augustine University. So we're talking to the 71st Miss St. Augustine University, located in Raleigh, North Carolina, the capital, and of course, none other than Miss Queen, our Queen, McKenzie Estep. So we're so excited tonight. Dominique, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. And I was going to say, if we have any HBCU alumni, anyone that's currently in, drop your schools, represent your schools in the comments. Let us know where you
Definitely
went to
Absolutely.
about to represent.
school, you attended. Let us know. We're interested to know where where you're thinking. If we have some teenagers or someone that's thinking about going back to school on the live right now.
Okay, and Queen, back to you. And so St. Augustine University in Raleigh, North Carolina was actually established in 1867, correct? Can you tell us some exciting and fun facts about your HBCU? And of course, let's hit a little
Absolutely.
bit on the academics.
I'm proud to say that St. Augustine's University actually was the first institution to have a radio station on campus. But one of the most important things I want to touch on in the midst of Black History Month is that our university founded St. Agnes Hospital in 1867, where it was the only hospital. It was the only hospital from Florida all the way up to New York that African Americans would travel to be able
Well,
to
See, we're getting a little delay, but it's okay. Thank you guys for
we had a
yep,
little
you're back.
haptic
Hey,
feedback.
McKenzie. There you go.
Yes, I'm so sorry. So as I was saying, St. Agnes Hospital, actually, if you guys are familiar with the famous boxer Jack Johnson, the
yeah.
first one of the greatest, actually, excuse me, not the first. And so he actually was in a very reckless car accident that led him to St. Agnes Hospital, and is where he was treated. But he did actually pass away there. So across from the university is an Oakwood Cemetery, where there's a lot of rich history from the Delaney sisters, who were a part of the founders, and all that went into the rich culture of the institution and its development. And I believe now that where we've gone in the past over 120 plus years, that we've elevated to fit what is here in today's society. And we're able to take on, with 1,000 students, I did take notes, excuse me. We sit on 105 lush acres just north of downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, the capital, not too far from the Shaw University, the sister HBCU, the first HBCU in the area of the Carolinas. And we offer in academics more than 20 undergraduate degree programs, and have finally gotten into hosting our master's program in public administration. So that's just a little overview of St. Augustine's University, our illustrious HBCU that is private in Raleigh, North Carolina. So thank you.
Wow, that is absolutely exciting. You mentioned the Delaney sisters, the same Delaney sisters by way of New York.
Yes, yes. The ones who wrote their book and published it, absolutely.
Yes, that's Black Girl Magic within itself in the Black Girl Magic Museum. And Dominique can speak a little bit about the history of powerful Black women that are
Absolutely.
exhibited in the museum. And of course, this is Black Girl Magic Museum Live. Tell us a little bit, Dominique, about some of the other influential women in history, since it's Black History Month, like the Delaney sisters, that you show and demonstrate through some of your amazing exhibits.
Absolutely. So it will definitely range depending on the region that we're in. So being that we're in the South, we highlight women such as Ruby Bridges. Juanita Craft is one that we're also going to be highlighting. She was the first Black woman to be able to vote in the Dallas County. So that's in Dallas, Texas. She was the first Black woman here. And so we also reverence her. We have, of course, even though she's not from the Southern region, we have Angela Davis, which she's actually going to be at UT Arlington next week. So very excited about that. So we definitely love to highlight Black women and their impact when it comes to not just Black history, but American history.
Wow, and Queen
Absolutely.
McKenzie, I just knowing that those sisters, those influential Black figures, were part of St. Augustine University and founding that institution, that's powerful to hear within itself. So you are the 71st, once again, Queen for St. Augustine University in North Carolina, and so in Raleigh, North Carolina. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Your bio was very influential. I see that you are a proud member of the A4 National Society of Persian Rifles, and I'm somewhat familiar with that. My brother is a member as well. So can you tell us
Okay,
about that and
stunning.
how that relates to military life?
Absolutely. So it relates to military pretty well, but our fraternity actually does not focus mainly on just inviting members that are in the military. We focus on all skirts so that we can give people the experience of just the leadership development in with being in the military and how we influence that into our community. And more importantly, St. Augustine's University and how we partner with our Army ROTC program. We are the oldest collegiate military organization dedicated to military drill, and we actually have a conference coming up in Kentucky where all units will arrive and they will actually present and do their drilling. So with that, I actually was the first person on A4, on a part of A4 on this campus to be a solo as a female and
Wow.
also serving as a university queen. So this is a time where I really wanted to highlight just a lot of the abilities that I've learned from being a member and how I can establish that into my campus life and give our ROTC students a little bit more exposure because they have a lot of potential. And so do many other students at SAU. And if there's any gateway or pipeline opportunity that I could actually help develop to instill, then that's the plan. Because, you know, I myself, I believe I put it in my bio, how, you know, you're a good woman aiming to be a better woman, all while inspiring the next woman. And so with doing that, they focus that on, you know, men, women, whoever. So that's one reason why I did join. And the fraternity itself led me to being able to handle my reign. I actually was running for Miss SAU right before I came out as a Persian rifle. And so all that together, I learned so much with just being diligent and focusing on opportunity and being able to be under the midst of adversity in times of just stress and struggling with managing your time and all such things. So it definitely keyed in on a good time. And I'm just really grateful to be a part of it.
That is so wonderful to hear, and I'm so glad that you were able to bring out that organization because, you know, on a college campus is so important.
Yes.
It is instrumental in your success as far as engagement is concerned. Being involved in organizations such as that particular organization that instills leadership and other key characteristics that will build you for the future. Can we talk a little bit about what and why you became queen, or why you decide to take this reign to be the goodwill ambassador for your amazing campus, St. Augustine University? Tell us why.
Yes, so I actually, my heart explodes when I think about being on my campus and what it's done for me and what I can give back to my institution, because to whom much is given, much is required. I preach that a lot since I've been a part of this university. It was the very first quote that I heard when I stepped on the campus from the president at the time. And that spoke to me heavily. Every opportunity St. Augustine's University has given to me, I wanted to make sure that I can give that back in any form of leadership. So I put myself through the opportunity of discovering my own potential and joining these organizations and being able to be a part of SGA and getting out in the community of the school. By the time I was a junior, I had never served in royal court. And I thought that what better way than being an ambassador than doing what I've discovered I do best, which is one is speaking, being calm in the midst of being on social media, being calm and controlled when I'm on a live call, being able to talk about the greatness of the illustrious facts at my university. So I thought that I was a good candidate, and I just wanted to be able to leave a mark. So I had to push myself through the time of trying to become a PR, through the time of COVID in the midst of a pandemic and working as an essential employee. Like, there was so many things that contested against me, but being able to make it through and given the honor to hold this reign shows me that I owe them so much, because God wouldn't have put me here in this position through that adversity if not. So that is what I am here to fulfill.
So,
Wow, excellent. Go ahead, Dan.
I was going to ask you, so that we can definitely be aware, how are you in this position handling your mental health? How is that impacting you? How are you making sure you take that time for self-care while you're being that leader on the campus for everyone else?
Absolutely. So I actually can show you better than I can tell you.
Yes,
I made this, I bejeweled it up. It was an SAU notebook, and I write in it. I pour out every prayer, every goal, every stressful situation. I actually surround myself by really like-minded and driven people. I have a lot of mentors, and I actually just took advantage of our counseling programs, which is something that's very vulnerable of me to say, because as being a member in leadership, sometimes you are put in situations where you have to really manage your time. And if you cannot find balance, sometimes you're just pulled, and you have to really be able to say, okay, look, I need to plug out and extend all of this that's going on. So my outlet is journaling and listening to music, meditating sometimes, sleeping when I can. And
rest is good.
Yes. So that's pretty much, but I'm well mentally, actually. Right now, I think I'm doing pretty good. I've had a really productive week, taking on a few new projects, and I think that right now I am in a good place. So thank you for asking me, and I hope everyone else is doing good too.
Absolutely, absolutely. My other question.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Dominique,
it's your turn. I already asked enough. It's your turn to ask.
No. I wanted to actually stay on that topic, mental health, because it's just so instrumental for us at this time. And then in light of celebrating Black history and all of the resilience that we've had to demonstrate as a people to get to where we are today, and we're still amongst this tragedy called mental health and suffering for a lot of us. I wanted you to just share briefly, because I know you have an exhibit that will be in the museum that focuses on how we can just recap and just really reflect on our mental health as women. Can you talk a little about that reflection that you have available?
So yes, so we have an exhibit called the Overcomer exhibit, where we highlight Black women and just the things that we go through as Black women, and also girls, that sometimes on the outside we put our makeup on, we put all these things on, and we feel like we're okay. But then on the inside, and we have these boxing gloves to symbolize how on the outside sometimes we look all sparkly and good, but the inside that we're not. And so we also are working to partner with other organizations to be able to have that mental health component. So when people come in, they're expressing themselves and they need additional support, we're able to support them in a great way. Because one of the things we realized with the museum, the way that people come inside the museum, they don't leave out. They leave out completely transformed. And because, and I do want to say this too, with the Black Girl Magic Museum, we are a hybrid model. We are a hybrid between a traditional museum and a selfie museum. So we're very immersive. It's an immersive experience. So you think of like the Museum of Ice Cream, Sweet Tooth Hotel, where you could have fun while you're learning Black female history.
That's amazing.
Excellent, excellent, everyone. Wow, that is so powerful. We were very impressed with both Black Girl Magic Museum as well as our queen tonight,
Yes.
Queen McKenzie, who is the 71st Miss St. Augustine University's Goodwill Ambassador. Excited to be with her tonight. I'm already really impressed with you, Queen, because your level of maturity, and I can already tell that you seek to strive for excellence, you seek leadership, you seek to grow and develop, and I know that you're going to be a powerful influence. One piece I wanted to just talk about, going back to, and I always bring this up, your childhood. You've demonstrated that you are a collegiate minded an impressive young lady, but you are actually a first generation college student. So what was it in your childhood or in the midst of your transition from high school to college that allowed you that opportunity that a lot of young people don't recognize, being first generation? And first generation is parents did not go and obtain a bachelor's degree or enter college. Tell us a little bit about how you were able to transition and transform your family's life, basically is what you're doing at this point.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that is one of the things I love to mention, is being able to trailblaze as a first generation college student. It is one where you meet so many other like-minded individuals, but where we all come from is so different. And it's actually a great thing. And I'm thankful for the adversity I've been put through, because I've actually been able to learn from so much. Is that even though I came from a low socioeconomic background, a single parent household, and one that may have been toxic, when it came from high school to college, I didn't, have to really push myself, because my grades sometimes would not be checked, or I actually wouldn't do a lot of my work. I would miss school a lot when I was in high school. And this was all because of being a part of that toxic environment. I didn't know what to focus on. There was times when I needed to stay home. There was times when I just didn't get enough sleep. There were just so many things that I didn't realize that I understand now that I was under. And which is why I try to push so hard now, because I know that I dealt with harder at a younger age, that at this age, what I know now, how would I handle something is on that level? How would I conquer something on that level? And so going from high school to college, I actually was on a contract. I was almost held back as a junior. I almost didn't make it out of high school. I had 1.2 GPA at the level of being allowed to become a senior after winter break. And when I entered in after completing the contract, I was working through credit recovery. I was applying for college scholarships. I had immersed myself into TRIO, which was a first generational program.
TRIO! Yes. I am over TRIO programs. I'm over 5 Upward Bound programs and Educational Talent Search, EOC, Educational Opportunity Center, and of course, Veterans Upward Bound. So I am very familiar with, and we're getting, Dominque and I actually getting ready to speak really soon to our, to the TRIO, at the TRIO conference rather, in April. So yes, we'll be able to influence those TRIO professionals, educators and students shortly with our platforms. And so we're really excited about what the federal TRIO programs offer. Find out more about them. You can all just go to TRIO, Google it, and find out more. They're for first generation and lower income individuals, offering access, just leveling the playing ground, creating access for our students to have an opportunity to enter. So I'm so excited, Queen, that you brought up TRIO. Shout out to TRIO. And tell us about your TRIO experience and how that did make a difference. I just had to jump. Sorry, I had to jump in there because I love my TRIO work.
Got into it. TRIO work. one of my short-term goals is to get back into trio even after I graduate. Honestly, I have been inspired by trio. I had no option. I had to be inspired by trio because that's really what pushed me into the environments of college. I never knew what a college was. I never knew what an HBCU was until we were taken to the stomping grounds of walking through dormitories, walking through their academic success centers, and meeting those college students and just seeing what the surrounding culture looked like. So it definitely was a
Trio
experience.
works. Trio works.
Yes, it really does. And they really moved by that statement. And it definitely put me in the position that I'm in now. And I'm so grateful. And I'm sure you're familiar with Mr. Antonio Stevens, in North Carolina, possibly. He is a great director and has given me wonderful opportunities to even get back in the summer and just give back to those students. And now some of them are even here at my institution as freshmen. So this is something that is a full circle moment, and I'm just proud to be a trio student. So yes.
You know, I'm overly excited. I know Dominque is like, what are they talking about? But I'm overly excited to know that our queen of McKenzie Estep is a trio, really your trio star. And all the trio out there should recognize this young lady. We're so very proud of her. I really, really see and feel your perseverance in this moment, and very, very thankful for trio. Once again, just check out trio programs. Dominque, I'm going to shift it over to you. Our word for the day really was power, and I think this queen is so powerful. Yes. She's already expressed how powerful she's overcome life situations in so many ways, and I'm just touched by this beautiful queen tonight, Queen McKenzie. Dominque, take over.
Listen, I'm over here like, wow. I'm sitting here in amazement because
I'm like, wow.
So many times we see this. I know when I was putting together your pictures and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, she is so, she's beautiful. She's well put together. And I was like, I just want to know a little bit more. And to hear your story right here, one of the things I just keep hearing is like, it's not where you started, it doesn't matter where you start. You can become anything. You can go anywhere. And I love your transparency of, the things you've went through, how, you said I had a 1 point something GPA, but I was able to overcome. Someone gave me a second chance. Someone believed in me enough to put me on a contract. And look at you now. You're, representing your school. Who would have ever thought that?
He's a girl with the crown.
Yes, the crown. Yes.
Yes.
And for me,
girl with crown.
I think that's even when you talk about an ambassador, when you talk about power, that's what power looks like. A lot of times it's and I use the underdog for a lack of better words, but sometimes people count out the underdog, the ones who don't look good on paper, the ones who people feel like, oh, they don't have a stable home or background. Me too. That's why I said that resonated with me. And it's like, I look at how you're sitting here, you're about to graduate this May, right?
We're looking forward to it.
Yes. Yeah. So we are too. I'm excited. And someone says she spoke her destiny, and it's so true. And that's what we see too. Like there's power in your words. There's power in the tongue and the things that you say. And that's the reason why we have to be so careful about the power that of our voice and our thoughts in our mind, because our thoughts in our mind and our tongue can lead us so many places. And just because you're in a situation doesn't mean that you cannot get out of that situation. And I can go on and on and on about that. But I know for Black Girl Magic Museum, that's the kind of ambassador we look for, like this resiliency of, I started this way, but that's not my story. That's not my story at all. And, I will say this and push it back to you, but the resilience of, for me, I came from a background. My mom had 4 kids before 21. She was a single parent for a long time, and I never thought I would be opening up a pop-up museum to inspire 10,000 Black women and girls from the day that we opened. We were able to do that impact, and I was someone that people counted out, and now I'm here being able to count so many other Black girls in. So
yes.
Yes.
Let's get into Queen McKenzie's what your actual passion is. If you have something that you really just drives you. Let's talk about that in the areas of entrepreneurship. We like to know what we can build in our queens here, Girls with Crowns. So please share.
Absolutely. So one of the main things, like what I want to do for Trio, is to just make sure that I advocate for education. Being that education in this land grant opportunity, this college, university, and that Trio pipeline got me to where I am, I understand how effective it is. And I was able to see my university grow even through adversity of COVID, and being able to still be in the community working for different internships and different diverse areas. I have realized that being able to just give back, and I know a lot of queens will say give back, but when we say this, we actually truly mean it. Like, if we were in the room with someone that we seen that looked like us when we were at that age or at that moment or at that time, you know how deep we would feel, and just, we would just kind of gradually elevate towards them and want to really just pick them up in a way of saying, look, I've been there. I know what you're going through. I can offer an outlet. If there's anything you need, let me know. And I mean, we have gotten the resources, because look at where we have entered, the rooms that we've entered. We can actually circle back and say, look, I have a young lady or I have a young man, like, what can we do to be able to fulfill the things that were put before us? And that's my number one top priority. A small thing is to just really just give my mom what she's deserved. All those things. The reason why I'm a first generational college student, the fact that she didn't get to finish her dreams and ambitions, and that she worked so hard in the middle of everything that she's going through, I've been able to fulfill and accomplish a lot of things. And I know she's super proud of me. And I've just been glad that she's been able to see some of these things in person.
And is she on the live? We always look for our moms.
Look,
is she out there? I know she's very, very proud of.
I sent it to her, so if she hops on, I mean, she works. She really does. And I hope that she, can just see that I'm doing most. I remember, I'm gonna be transparent. I told my mom, we're from Cincinnati, Ohio, so that's where every family member that we have is at, and it's very small. There's a very small amount of us as a family, as a unit. The structure is very depleted, like as far as like intermediate family. So, and I'm also an only child. So when it came to it, it's just me and her. So if I'm able to really give anyone what I'm working on and really help it, just be given back to her as well. And last but not least, I believe that being or entering into the room as a congresswoman one day, what I could do, I've been able to meet Elma Adams, which was a wonderful opportunity. She is a congresswoman over the Charlotte area, and she advocates for HBCUs. The day that I met her, I realized that she was my inspiration. She walked into our university, stood on the stage in front of a podium, and spoke about how she also was a first-generational high school graduate and a first-generational college student. And the impact and where she is, I have seen myself, and I just said, you know what? I've just realized what I truly want to do. And that's to be a congresswoman. And if there's anything that I can advocate more, it would be mental health. It would be, of course, health and everything within the mental and the physical, all of the above. And really a lot of education, a lot of women's rights, a lot of situations that have certain, dealings with financial implications in the midst of this pandemic and this unprecedented time. I really see an opportunity of change, and where our generation is taking things, it will always have a positive impact. And I'm lining myself up for it in any way possible. And I just think that Trio's a pipeline, and my mother will be that reel of my ambition. So that is why and what I want to do.
Well, that is amazing. That's so amazing, McKenzie. I just want to say thank you so much. We don't want to keep you for too much longer. We try to keep you guys down to about 30 minutes so that we're not keeping you all night. I just want to say I really appreciate you for being transparent. Like, I'm sitting here like, whoo. I'm like, I need to hear more. We got to bring you back home.
Yes.
We got to hear more.
I'll be here for it. Absolutely.
I really enjoyed our conversation for tonight. If you can leave us with anything, what would that be?
I had something to say about that as well. So I wanted to first speak on that being a queen means understanding who you are, being confident, and that beauty has nothing to do with the exterior, because true beauty is character and it's not passed down with a crown. And the last thing I would
Wow.
say, and I believe that this is something that is going through any type of tough situation, is to hold your head up. You're beautiful, be confident, because you elevate your rooms that you stand in, and you need to stand firm in who you are, develop your confidence, and embrace the people who you may be intimidated by, because that is what's going to teach you how to become a better person. So thank you.
Wow, Queen McKenzie, that was powerful. That really touched me today. I needed a little encouragement. My granny is 100 years old, and she
Yes,
is
happy
struggling
birthday.
today. Yeah, she's today, and so because of COVID-19, and I didn't want to miss you tonight. So I do appreciate those kind words. If you all need, of course, any more additional resources regarding how to get your student into an HBCU, please join me at HBCU Fan-Addict.com, and I'll put it in the chat. Queen McKenzie, can you please shout out to your royal court, your SGA, and your president? You have a female president, correct? So
We
a lot of people
do.
need to understand women in power.
Yes,
Power is our word today. It's very, very important. Tell us about your president, and then shout out to your crew.
absolutely. Our president, our 13th president, is Dr. Christine Johnson McPhail, and she is a trailblazer
Yes,
herself. She
yes,
actually is your soror. She is very
yes.
affiliated in the educational programs. And when it comes down to the students, she understands that we need something first. One of the greatest things I can say that she's done for our university since she's been here, serving in the shoes of her husband, her late husband, she actually is, excuse me, I almost lost my train of thought. She had actually put the funds that we got from COVID and actually helped pay off students' accounts and put those in the
Oh,
area from
son.
spring, summer, and fall. And what she did with that was a true statement that she purposely does everything she can for our absolutely. So at SAU Royal Court, my Royal Court delegates I have a full class. I am so excited to be working with them in CIAA and all of the great things that we've done so far. Shout out to my king, Benjamin London, and our advisor, Jalen Baker, all his hard work and dedication towards how great we do. And shout out to our SGA president. He is actually my fraternity brother. And all of the delegates under the SGA administration. We are really excited to see what comes this last semester for all the seniors and what we can leave behind. So thank you guys again for having me. I'm so appreciative. I'm smiling from ear to ear since I've been up here.
Yes, and I'm sorry, guys. My signal kept dropping, so I had to move my space right quick. But yes, I really enjoyed being here tonight, and we definitely do. You guys, y'all, every queen, I have to say this, I know we was going to wrap it up, but every queen that has came on has left me thinking. Every night I get off, me and Dr. Tuesday, we get on the call, I'm like, wow, they just blow us away. And I think sometimes if we take the time to listen, I made a joke today. I said, with my company, I really need some younger, girls on there because they keep us hip. They know that you guys are the future. And every time we get on these calls, every Thursday, you remind us of that. And I just appreciate all that you're doing, not only just for your colleges, but for the community at large, because it's necessary. And thinking about the future, how you just said, I want to run for Congress. That's huge to already be thinking that at 22. And it is time for Black women to be in those positions, in those places, because we are the change that we need to see. And sometimes we expect other people to be that change, but change does start with us.
Absolutely, it does. Thank you so much.
Oh, and thank you so much, Queen McKenzie Estep. Once again, we were excited about tonight and having the opportunity to learn more about St. Augustine University in Raleigh, North Carolina. Once again, their website, I did drop it in. For those who didn't see it, it's st-aug.edu. And we want to thank our beautiful queen. Let's give her a round of applause. She did an awesome job. She's gorgeous, of course, inside and out, and she is a phenomenal leader, and we look forward to you impacting the world of law, becoming the congresswoman that you plan to become in the future. We need you, and we appreciate you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up. By way of North Carolina, we do this for our history. We do this for our academics, but most of all, we do it for the culture. Yeah, you got it.
So, McKenzie,
we'll see you next week with another beautiful queen on Thursday. Once again, 6:30.
Yes, absolutely.
Good
so,
night.
Dr. Tuesday, hold on. We didn't ask her this time, how can we support you? We usually ask that question. I don't think we asked that yet. Yes. How can we support you and everyone on this live?
If you guys, right now, I am currently running for Miss CIAA, and that will take place on the 26th of February, but voting is open until the 24th, so there's still so much time. If I could just forward a flyer, maybe the link, and we can just kind of, thank you. I am so greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
And what is Miss CIAA? Is that what you said?
Yes, so Miss CIAA is, so the CIAA itself is the sports industry for, or I don't know if it's the sports, but the ranking for our athletics programs. And they host this every year, once a year. It was postponed last year, and we're finally back into it. It used to be held in Charlotte, North Carolina, but it'll be in Baltimore, Maryland from the 21st through the 27th of February. And we will take on conferences. We will take on basketball games. Cheerleading will be in place. Fans will be there. There'll be live performances. And the city will be thriving when we arrive. So CIAA and Miss CIAA itself is the same here. You're an ambassador, and you represent the pipeline structure through Food Line and how they give back to our universities, being in the neighborhoods of our HBCUs. So we are just excited for that, honestly. So if I could just pass that along, I would greatly appreciate it. That is amazing. Thank you for your support.
Is there a link or anything that you can drop for us, or
do you want to send it? We can share.
Yes, I might need to send it. If that'll be okay. It'll be a lot easier for me because I do not remember it at the moment.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Once again, that was our queen tonight, Queen McKenzie Estep. Please look out for all the great things coming forward in her future. And thank you once again to St. Augustine's University in Raleigh, North Carolina. We are Black Girl Magic Museum gone live with HBCU Fan-Addict.
Thank you so much, and you have a great night. Bye.
Thank you. Good night. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Good night.